right, so I'm gonna sit down here and I'm gonna answer some of your questions. You guys sent in some good ones, as always. And we'll just go through and knock these out as quick as I can. It's starting to get a little bit chilly. And it'll get like warm, it'll get hot, and then next thing I know, it gets cold again. Like it's gonna get cold again tonight, and I gotta bring in the tortoises tonight. But luckily, I think I'm just able to stick them in the building. I should only get to like high 40s, low 50s. That's not too bad. Actually, I see the sulcata over there right now. All right, let's get started. Aggravatingly Obnoxious asks if I could have the appendages of any animal, what would they be? And then also, what is my favorite Australian animal? I'm gonna answer the favorite Australian animal question first, and that's probably gonna be the platypus. There's nothing like a platypus. I mean, that thing is insane. It's awesome. It's venomous, which is crazy. So I think that's it. And as far as appendages, I don't know, man. I don't think about appendages. It'd be cool to have like an elephant trunk, but it would look really stupid on my body. And my nose is already big enough. All right, Kugelberg asks, do I keep my loggerheads outside year round? Yes, I do. Once they are about a year old, so like hatchlings, I'll keep inside and kind of get them head started indoors. But once they're bigger than that, outside year round, they do just fine. They can survive under ice as long as the water is moving and oxygenated, and they're tough little guys. Somebody asked, where did I get this shirt? I hope it can be found online. This shirt I'm wearing right now. Walmart, dude. I just got this at Walmart. I was on a trip to Florida and I saw it at a Walmart, and then I was thinking like, man, I hope they have it at the one by my house. Went in there, saw it, bought it right as soon as I saw it. So yeah, Walmart. And if you don't have Walmart, you might be able to order walmart.com if you're in a country other than the US. F that Josh kid, are the sawtooth marginals a characteristic only to yellow bellies or to trichemes entirely? Pretty much all the trichemes have the sawtooth marginals. In one of my first videos, I used that as a way to tell yellow-bellied sliders from river cooters. River cooters and most of the cooters don't even really have any sawtooth to the rear marginals. Some of them might have like a wavy marginal, but they don't have that like indent that makes it look sawtooth. But you know, I've got some yellow bellies, I've got Cumberland sliders and a red-eared slider, and they all have that sawtooth. So anything native to the US that you're gonna find in the same environment with cooters is gonna have those sawtooth marginals, and the cooters are not gonna have that. So hope that helps. AA Garrido, craziest turtle encounter out in the field. You know, I was just thinking about this. I think one of the craziest ones was, I was out one time and I was a little bit bummed because it started raining, and I just driven like basically an hour from my house. But I was in a place where I wanted to check out to see if there were alligator snappers, Barber's map turtles, that kind of thing. And rain is actually one of the things that makes alligator snapping turtles mate. And as I walk down to the water, I see a big male alligator snapper with his claws like wrapped around the marginals of a female, and they're just rolling around in the shallows. And that was pretty cool to see. So I actually got to see some wild, you know, mating between alligator snapping turtles, which isn't often observed. So I was fortunate to be able to see that. If you're within range of alligator snappers, early morning and some rain, that's kind of the magic formula, especially this time of year. Harry Gold Sculpture asks, have I ever heard or seen painted turtle subspecies crossbreeding? Yeah, I do know that in some places Eastern and Midlands cross, and I also know in some places the Westerns and the Midlands cross. That's pretty common. I guess it just depends. Anywhere where the ranges overlap, that's a possibility. Go Riccio asks, what shoes I use for herping? This is kind of a funny question because I use just, again, going back to Walmart, I just use like Walmart water shoes. I have like a nicer pair of like, they're sort of like a dive shoe, like water shoe. I'll use those with fins if I'm actually snorkeling, but I also have like a pair of like hiking boots. I don't know if they're actually full-on hiking boots, but Dirk Stevenson gave me a pair of those for when we go through like a lot of kind of brush and undergrowth and like longleaf pine savanna. And then sometimes I'll get those in the water. I've even like these guys, I got these guys in the water just by accident. So basically any shoe that gets wet becomes like, you know, herping shoes for me. I'm not good at taking care of things like that or being like super responsible with that stuff. So anything that gets wet basically becomes a shoe for catching stuff. So yeah, anybody that wants to sponsor me and send me some cool herping shoes, I'll promote them on the channel. That ain't gonna happen. All right, CT Turtles asked, have I ever come across turtles with an excessive amount of leeches on them while herping? And yeah, I see that a pretty good amount of the time. That's actually pretty normal. It's not necessarily a bad thing. A lot of turtles can survive with, you know, turtle leeches. Like the leeches you find on turtles are adapted just for turtles. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't think I've ever really seen so many leeches that it's fatal or harmful to the turtle. Typically, if I see a turtle just completely covered or festooned with leeches, that turtle may already have some other issues going on and it's weak, so it's not able to clean itself of those leeches or bask or, you know, do something to get those off. Leeches are also not a sign of an unhealthy environment. I think there's like a few misconceptions out there that if there's a lot of leeches, it must be a bad environment. I mean, you go to like some of the most pristine habitats in the world, like the Florida Springs, some of those turtles are covered in leeches and they have great weight and they're completely healthy. But yeah, there's a couple times I've caught, I can recall a few alligator snappers where the inside of the mouth had leeches all in them. I've caught a few common snappers where like all inside the front limb sockets had leeches. And usually when I find like really old or weak turtles, they'll have a lot of leeches on them, like I said, because they're just not able to get them off or do something that kind of gets them off. All right, Nikolai Curtis asked, what brand of camera did I use for my paid gigs? And yeah, when I'm doing weddings, whether it's photo or video, I use Canon. It's the same stuff I like to use for my B-roll when I do, you know, my videos here at the house. Canon 80D, Canon 90D, 5D Mark IV, and then, you know, I just like to shoot in like a, you know, raw format for photos and flat profile for video. It gives me a lot of options for color correction and editing. And it's the best. I like Canon. I mean, these days every camera is so good. There's no camera that's better than the other. I mean, a lot of people want to get into that whole thing of comparing, but anything you buy right now is going to be amazing. I mean, if you think to just where cameras were 10 years ago and you look at like what we have now, it's amazing. So you really can't go wrong. Everything is going to make an amazing picture. Everything is going to be a great, useful tool. You know, really, that's what they are. You know, the cameras are just the tools in my tool belt when I'm, you know, shooting a wedding, and they do a great job. Sumi Aqui Morita. What do I think of those posts with turtles and tortoises on the mini skateboards? Dude, anything on skateboards is rad. So yeah, I mean, they're goofy and they're kind of dumb, but you know, there's nothing wrong with that. They're kind of fun. And then Kenny Bailey, am I going to do a special habitat for the spotted turtle? Yeah, I plan on actually trying to make like either a replica of what my friend Charlie Moorcroft has for his, where he has like kind of a long rectangular super plant filled bog setup. And I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do it in ground or if I'm going to build it inside like a bunch of like 2x4s and then lay the liner inside of there so it's all a contained habitat, maybe up there on the patio behind me. So that would be kind of cool too. All right, so that's pretty much it. I got a lot of stuff I got to get back to today, but thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please share these videos. If you guys can get me to 100,000 subscribers, I can focus on doing this full time and be able to pump out a lot more videos, a lot higher quality videos. I'd really like to see the channel grow and my ability to kind of spread information grow and be able to do more things with this. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy being able to interact with you guys and be able to share the wonderful world of turtles and animals. So thank you guys again, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.